Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Today we are going to learn the essentials of creating a smart contract. We'll create a sale and then make a token gate. And by the end of the session, you're going to have knowledge of the tools on NiftyKit that are necessary for you to launch your own NFT collection and start selling. So let me go ahead and screen share here. And what we'll do is let me know when you see it. We're just going to take a look at what we're going to build out here. Let me know if this is running okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So today what we're going to do is we're going to create a generative profile picture collection, PFP collection, and we're going to do it on the Base blockchain, newer, cheaper, faster layer 2 by Coinbase. And here's an example of where we're going. You can see Muchacho gave me some files for us to use here, which is really cool. So I'll show you from the beginning what we'll do. So once you create an account in NiftyKit, this is just my test account. You'll basically log in, it'll take you here, and you'll basically create a collection. And when you create a collection, this is an ERC 721A. We're going to create a drop, and we support all the popular EVM-based blockchains, and we're working with more chains to come out with more. But this is important, when you're choosing your blockchain, depending on what your project is. There's some things that you got to be aware of, just like the fees. Also, like, you're going to need to have the native token in order for people to buy, and also for you to interact with your smart contract. So, what we're going to do today is we'll use Base. Layer 2, we want to reduce the amount of gas that it costs, not only for our mentors, but we're going to be interacting directly with the smart contract. We own the smart contract. It's going to be connected to your wallet. And with Base, there's a step where you need to actually bridge over to Base. So Base has an official bridge, but if anybody has any ETH, wants to participate, and needs to get it on Base, you can find the official bridge at bridge.base.org. So let's see, sometimes this is pretty quick, but we'll go ahead and go back. We'll come back to this. Like I said, I had ETH. So going back to the creation, there's a couple of things here that we're going to do. We're going to name our contract, and let's just go ahead and give it NiftyKit Chum Workshop, and then a contract symbol. So these two things can't be changed once you create the contract. All of this other stuff you can change, but these two are basically gonna be the identifiers for your contract on the blockchain. So we'll just go ahead and continue. On the second step, what we do is we bake in the royalty settings. I know there's a big conversation about royalties, and you can save this as a draft. And then once you save it as a draft, it's going to kick you in, and this is the dashboard for your collection. This is where you're going to come to manage your collection. If you want to invite other members to come in and interact with your contract, to be able to press the buttons, starting sales, stopping it, updating, you can go ahead and invite people here, either giving them a link or shooting them an email. Here is where you manage all your metadata, so it's in a table format. We'll see, how you do that. And the first thing that I want to do, and some of you might have already done this, is you signed up on our waitlist, but you don't actually need to create the contract to set up a waitlist. This is something that you can do completely free. So one of the things that we recommend, creators do as soon as possible is to at least get a waitlist set up. So here we have a few different options of things you can ask for. Wallet is mandatory by default, but if you want to collect other things from, your collectors, sometimes people are sending out stuff, physical merch. Sometimes it's like email for contact. Can also require minimum balances and specific tokens. And then for some of the not as degen, you can add like custom terms and conditions if you're doing something there. But I usually just do the CAPTCHA, preventing bots, especially if your thing is very popular. So I'm going to just go ahead and start the wait list. And when you see the wait list, you can go ahead and start and stop it here anytime. And you can see the contract isn't created. So what I'll do is I'm going to go back into the other collection that we had here. It's the community pass that we're going to airdrop to you for you to have special access to the platform for everybody who showed up. But if you go here, you can kind of see, when people ended up on the wait list. You can export the information, bring it into your other platform. But really, these people right here that signed up for the wait list, I'll be able to airdrop them, NFTs from this collection or any other collection. So if anybody wants to sign up and hasn't yet, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat, if that's okay. Let me see. Hopefully you don't ban me for links, but I just dropped that in the chat there. If you want to join the wait list here, you just connect your wallet, NiftyKit.com. We're not going to spam you. Here's the CAPTCHA as well. These seem to get like a lot crazier as the days go by, but it's definitely good to have these mechanisms to get the cleanest list as possible. Oops. Oh, I think I'm already on this list. Okay. So I'm already on the list, but this is how you can sign up there, and those people will come in. So going back to our new project, we haven't created our contract yet. We just started our wait list for this new one. So now I'm just going to go ahead and create the contract. So here I'm just going to confirm all of this information again. You want to just make sure, the wallet that you have connected is going to be the owner. If you lose this or you don't have access to it, then you're SOL, you're shit out of luck. So, everything that you own here is yours. Also checking the treasury and the royalty addresses. So now you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and do sign the request, and then it's going to prompt me to create my smart contract. So, normally the smart contracts, when you're creating them on mainnet, could be, a couple $100, but here it's 25 cents to do a contract on Base, which is really nice. So now this is currently minting the contract with all of the settings. And once it's done, we will take a look and start to do the artwork. Now that the wait list is set up, we can either stop it. We see here we have the page is where people are going to come mint. Currently, it's on join waitlist. If you click here, you can take a look at Basescan, which is basically Base Etherscan. See the contract address, all of this. If you look in OpenSea, you'll see that it's automatically going to be in there. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get into OpenSea. But actually I lied because there's not an NFT in it yet. So OpenSea doesn't know about it because there's 0 NFTs. So Let me see. Does anybody have I'm just going to grab one of these addresses from here, and I'm just going to airdrop everybody the NFT. Everybody still following along? Okay. Any questions so far?
No, so far this is awesome. This is cool, and it's exciting because right now Base 2 is kind of popping off. You know,
oh yeah, now's a great time to mess around with Base, and there's a lot of eyeballs on it. So here is the export. I'm just going to export all of these addresses here and open it up in Excel. And one of the things that you can easily do in here is do an airdrop. But before you can do anything, we make you set a pre-reveal image. So even if you're doing a reveal like on Mint, or you're doing like a pre-reveal image, we want you to have this up because sometimes some of these other platforms need a fallback image in case like the final image doesn't load. So you can just enter this in before you do any of your artwork. But once that's created, then you'll be ready to import your assets, do airdrops, or manage your reveal. Starting with the reveal, depending on how you set up your project, we're going to just have them all hidden by default. So when these get airdropped or minted, it's just going to show this pre-reveal image. And then later on, I can basically continue revealing it on demand, reveal all NFTs once they're minted, or if I wanted to have some fun and like spot reveal certain ones, 1, 5, 10, or all the even numbers, you can kind of think of some interesting things to do with your community. But you can do some interesting things with reveal. And then we'll take a look a little bit more once we get to the assets, but not everybody is going to do a generative PFP project. This one we're going to load up the artwork here and take a look at our desktop app. So really quickly here, we have a desktop generator app that basically takes your folders of your exported PNGs and generates your variations of these different images. So, for example, here we have the chum traits, and they're set up 0 to 5. Basically, this is the order that they need to render. And the way that our generator works is you just set up your folder structure and you name this in a certain way, and it'll programmatically go through and build all your different variations and pick one from each folder. So you can see all of these assets that Muchacho slid me yesterday, and I just basically took this and we'll see here how I selected the folder. I said I want, let's do 500 by 500, and this will just generate this for you locally on your computer. So I can just generate 10, and this is going to generate 10 random PFPs based on all of these layered files here exported. I can keep running this and generate a lot of different variations. Some PFP projects will want to generate it on Mint, on chain. We have this same functionality that generates it on Mint based on the transaction hash. It's kind of a similar setup, but for people who use this generator locally, they're able to, take a look at how their layers and their artworks are. There's additional things you can do to add rarities in here. So if I wanted clouds to show up a lot less than all these other ones. You could name the file. It's just naming the file a certain way. But it all works and generates here through either our local app or the app that we have online where you just add your folder and what you get just goes into the hands of fate and when you mint. So it's really cool if you're going to do it again. You don't have to have a PFP project. You can still use the tools to do this, but what I want to do here is just go ahead and generate 25 of these. And, I just want to spot check and make sure, okay, the layers look good, like these work out. And then let's just give it a name, description, and then now what I want to do is, now that I've generated these and they look good, I'm just going to generate all the metadata and all the final images. So I'll just go ahead and click here. And what that's going to do is take these generated versions and then make the corresponding JSON, which is a data file that tells the attributes of each of these. And then it'll be ready for me to upload into NiftyKit, so I can either do my reveal or just have it ready for people to mint on demand. So right now it's generating that. It's putting it in this outputted folder here. So I'm just going to go back and take a look at the output folder, and you can see that there's the JSON, which is the data for each of them. This is what you see in OpenSea when you're looking at the metadata. This also helps determine the rarities, so you can see that the app is locally generating these on the fly. So it looks like it's almost done, 20, 21. So these are the final ones that were generated. Sometimes people want to come out and pick out certain ones, but here we're just going to roll with what we got. So going back to the project, let's go ahead and import our assets. There's a couple of ways we can do this. If we have just, images and no metadata, let's say we just, we don't have a generator, simple as just grabbing those specific files and saying, all right, here's my, X amount of NFTs. Once you do that, it'll upload that to IPFS for you, and then it's going to import into this table here where you'll be able to see the status of each of these. So we haven't airdropped or done anything. You can see that the reveal status on all of this is hidden and nothing's minted. So when it's minted, it's still going to show this image until we're ready to show it. Another way that we can do it, I'll just delete this. So it's really easy to do the assets. If you have the metadata, then you can just go ahead and drag that entire folder in here, and it'll just work. So I'll take this untitled folder, which has both, and then it's just going to auto-magically hydrate inside of this list here. So it's really simple to do. Yeah.
Cool question, Dan. Sorry. So we've used another platform recently that there was a charge for generation, and this is a local app that you can generate for free. Are you saying, or is it just because we're on Base, or?
Yeah, no, it's free. So yeah, this local app is independent of any blockchain. It works like with our application, or it can just work independently. Like if you've never used NiftyKit, obviously I want you to use NiftyKit, but there's if you want to do it a different way and you purely want to just do it for our generation, this is completely free. You just go to our site, download it, and then you have your artwork. And people use this just to like explore their artwork too. So you don't have to be doing a PFP project. If you're like, we had some really cool ones where like they had a bunch of pieces of mail that they made like kind of collages on, and then it randomly generates it. Gifted recently did coffins on it. He did the OpenGen where it would just generate it on the fly. So yeah, these things, this generator is free for you to use and generate. We've just created it so it's really seamless. So you can see here, I just uploaded all that, and you can see the metadata. You can easily just like change stuff around if you wanted to here. Obviously you wouldn't want to make, let's say I spelled Chum Workshop wrong, or I wanted to redo the description for all of these. We can easily just export the metadata, take that metadata, bring it into what is it called again, Excel. And then if I wanted to just say, Chum Workshop with NiftyKit, and I just copied that, filled it down, hit save, and then I just come back here and I import my metadata. I can just choose that file here where I updated it with Chum Workshop NiftyKit. Just hit upload, and then it's basically just going to blow out everything that you have, and now you'll see Chum Workshop NiftyKit. So that's another way that you can manage. Sometimes it's nicer to come in here and maybe you spelled clouds wrong and you want to find all and replace that. Like downloading this CSV basically downloads the state of your metadata that's here. And anytime you pull down the metadata and you re-import it with changes, it's just going to blow it out. So let me go ahead and just delete everything here, and I'll show you the last way to get the artwork in here. So one cool thing, if you have development help, we have this API access key. So you can take this key here and basically programmatically change all of the information. So if you're thinking like dynamic NFTs or, being able to create an app somewhere that updates the metadata on if it's raining or not, you can just do it all through this API key. But what I'm going to do right now is I want to just shortcut all of those other methods that I just show you. I can just paste my key in here and then upload it automatically here from the app. And then it'll just kind of show you that you can use different apps or whatever to upload it. So here's that uploaded artwork. Okay. So now that we have our waitlist going, we have our artwork ready, I'm going to start off the party. Usually I recommend this for everyone is to just airdrop the first one to themselves. I tried to go over to OpenSea earlier to show you the collection, but it doesn't actually show up. So this is 1 penny for this NFT. It doesn't actually show up until there's that first NFT in there. So if you're going to do a sale, I recommend, having the 1 NFT out there. Now, if I go and I grab the smart contract address in Basescan, then I pop over to OpenSea, this should be ready now. There we go. NiftyKit Chum Workshop. So everything is automatically by default available on all the other marketplaces. I can come in here and edit my collection. You'll do this separately. So, there's the NiftyKit side where you make it look good on the mint page, but then for secondary sales and all the other description stuff, you can go directly to each of these and change, featured image and get it all looking sexy for launch day, right? letting everybody know, hey, this is where to go if you're going to buy an official one. Being able to set all these other settings. So let me just go ahead and save that. It also tells OpenSea that you came over here and claimed it. So it's nice to just fill everything out. This is kind of new here if you want to design your page. So there's just a lot of options you can do, but either way, you're managing it through here now. And then it's just showing up everywhere. So now that I airdropped one, let's go ahead and go back to that list of people that we had on the wait list. Well, one, let's see if anybody else popped in. Okay, cool. We have some participants here. So we had 9. Now we have 12 on the wait list. So let's start with these wallets first. So I exported it. I'm going to go ahead and import the data, open it up into Excel. You know, a lot of times there's a lot of different tools out there. If you're not collecting wallet addresses on our site, there's things like pre-mint, or, you know, some people even get manual wallet addresses. You can either manage them on a CSV and just batch upload them at different times, or if you want to add them one by one or two by two, whatever, you can do that manually here. But what I want to do is take this list inside of our new account, and I want to airdrop everybody in NFTs. So there's a CSV for that as well that I'll download. It's very basic. It's basically quantity and then the addresses. So I'm going to grab all of those addresses here and just paste them in there. And then let's go ahead and give everybody one of these. Okay, so one goes to this person, and it's basically just going to mint this in the same order. So this person is going to get the next NFT that's available. And you can see here the one I airdropped to myself, number 1, which we saw in OpenSea, was hidden, still showing that, but minted. So now let's go ahead and finalize this. I'm going to save my airdrop list, come back to airdrop, hit upload CSV, take this sheet, and then it says it successfully found 12 records. So I'm going to go ahead and send now, airdrop 12, and 8 cents to do 12 NFTs. So incoming to everybody who has a wallet there. If you want to check it on OpenSea, it's on Base. It's going to be minted now. And then we'll take a look at, you know, what it looks on the minting side. So I just airdropped them. I still have the pre-sale list on, but you can see, like, these are the ones that are minted pre-reveal. So I want to go ahead, now that I've airdropped the most important people the stuff, I'm going to go ahead and stop the wait list. And I can either do a pre-sale. So the pre-sale is basically that wait list here, everybody on it, and you can set a quantity of who gets how many based on their wallet addresses. But here I'm just going to go straight to public sale. In this sale, let's just say there's 100. We'll make it free, and we'll just let everybody mint 1. Actually, we'll do max 2 per address and let you mint 1 at a time. You can set that to whatever you want. So now I'm actually connecting with the smart contract to set up the sale, and now that the sale is going to be on, you'll see this page change, and now the page is live, and I can come over and start sending people here to mint. So there's already the 13 airdrop. It's a free mint. I'll go ahead and mint 1 and then pay the fee. and then this will be the minting process. You'll see the new person pop up here, 21, so that'll be me. I don't know that I'm getting this yet, but let's say that our sale just ended. We want to stop the public sale, or we hit our 50. It's going to mint to, or whatever, 100. So everything will just come here and be on pre-reveal. And then when you're ready to do the reveal, you can go back to those different settings and, reveal certain ones, reveal all. Let's just reveal all NFTs. And just acknowledge you're making the metadata change. And then once you go over here, you'll see all of these updates. So you guys can go now on OpenSea and see what you got. So let's go ahead and go back to our view page. On here is where the link to Basescan is. And let me paste this in so you can see the final. I put it in the chat. But here I'm going to just go back to Basescan and let's just take a look at this on OpenSea again. And here's my workshop. So here you can see OpenSea is still kind of like processing some of them. They're not all there. And then I think a lot of us are familiar with the like refresh metadata exercise that we have to do sometimes. But these pretty much should be real time. It's just however long it takes OpenSea to refresh their metadata. I don't know how it's been. Sometimes it like goes at a different pace, I feel like, on different chains. But either way, it's still connected here. These will show up and reveal once it's ready. But if not, everybody can kind of see it here. And then the last thing that I want to do is, I'm going to set up a token gate for everybody who has this. So I want to go over here and create a token access. What I'll do for this is just like the video replay. If you want to come back to it, set it up for all tokens in the contract. Let's go to Moon. And then I can either redirect to another URL. So sometimes people will create a link that goes to their Shopify and automatically creates a cart with a coupon code added. So all they have to do is check out. So there's like deals you can do like that. Or you can just display some sort of content or message. So what I can do here is, let me just go to YouTube, Rickroll, and let's just grab the embed code for this. So I can do share, embed, just grab this code here, come back to the content that gets accessed, and add the token access. So now you can tell people that came to this, that the video replay is available. They just need to go here. There's no gas. You just sign with your wallet, and then you can Rickroll people behind a token gate, all, within a short amount of time. So that is hopefully a very quick version and run through of how to, on NiftyKit, create a base project. We created a collection. We have a live smart contract. I own it. I can start having fun with my holders here. Maybe I want to fake rug them and, hide all of these. I can go back here, reveal, hide them all again, and then have people freak out for engagement on the timeline, and then I can show it back again. So, yeah, happy to take any questions. Hopefully this is helpful. Again, it doesn't have to be a PFP project. It could totally be just one image. This essentially is like an open edition. There's 100 of these, or like a limited edition. You can also keep it open, but you can also just have everybody kind of look and see the updated changes here. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.